First Xperia touching down Australia. Hi, I'm Tobin and welcome to AEMC, Australia's first electric motorcycle dealership. We got 13 Energica bikes, fumigated. Here, there's a big toxic sign there. So we're about to unpack the first two Energica Experias that have arrived in Australia. This one is for a customer, Brett, and this is our demonstrator Xperia in here. Just unloaded the 13 bikes. These are the first two we're going to unpack. They've got a cardboard outer shell, and inside that got a metal frame where the bike's secured down. There's bolts that go through the wheel axles that hold them down to the base frame, so they don't move around, and they're pretty sturdy. We ship bikes in full containers, so they don't get damaged on the way. But yeah, pretty excited to unbox these first two Xperias in Australia and get them on the road.
So this is the new Energica Experia, larger 22.5 kilowatt hour battery, world's first green tourer. Look at this, keyless remote. Oh yeah, that is sexy. Smells like new bike.
Yeah, it's got some really sweet red details on the wheels. This is the launch edition, so yeah, they've really jazzed it up and it's an amazing bike. So this is the new Energica motor for the Xperia. It's been developed specifically for this bike. It's a smaller, more efficient, lighter motor, and it's complemented by this bigger battery. This is the biggest battery you get in an electric motorcycle, 22.5 kilowatt hours. So you're getting an extended range, real world range we're kind of estimating to be around about 250, 300 Ks, and some slow off-road riding you may even get up to 400 Ks. So you can see this is how the bikes are secured to the actual crates. We've got a big bolt going all the way through the wheel axle there, front and back, so it keeps the bike really steady. These are really solid crate bases. These get recycled and really strong. We haven't really had any damage when the bikes are secured onto these really properly. They don't move around, even if the container on the boat does. First Xperia touching down Australia. There.
Woo! Venture riding.
So this is how the Xperias arrive here when we take them out the crates. The accessories, like all of the boxes and racks and windscreens, they all need to be fitted when they get to the service shop. Our workshop's just around the corner, so we're going to deliver these bikes off as soon as we've unpacked a few. And Tom and the team at PBM will get them all kitted out to each customer's requirements and specification, and then they'll be good to go out to the customers.
So here we've got two of the most beautiful bikes made by Energica. We've got the brand new Xperia Green Tourer model for good customer Steve. And then next door we've got Rebel RS in the very sexy tri-color. This one's gonna be fitted with a pretty sweet windscreen and some bags as well too, so it's gonna be fully loaded. These will both be some pretty amazing looking bikes when they're all teed up, ready to go.
So Stevens is local, and this one's going down to Victoria.
Correct.
Sweet. When the bikes arrive and we uncrate them, we have to just take pictures of every angle just to make sure if there's any damage on in transit, we can claim on that for the shipping insurance, but these bikes look perfect. So on the Experia model, they've done a new motor, and it's actually a lot lower position. You can see compared to the other bikes, the other models where the motor's higher up. On these ones, they've moved it down, so it's got a lower center of gravity. There's a lot less weight in this upper part of the bike, and you can really feel it on the handling on these. They're so much lighter to move around in corners, and that is the one criticism we've had on some of those bikes, is that some people feel they're a bit heavy in the corners because of the power and the weight of the battery. But on the Xperias, it's a lot lighter feeling in the handling.
Yeah. Knew someone new going in there. Sweet. Howdy doody. We got two more coming up. We've got another of our Experia models, one of the top end new green tours. This beauty's going to Nicholas, who's right here in the Gold Coast, up in the Brisbane area. This one is a very sweet, brand new 2023 SS9. This one's gonna make the trip all the way up north to Darwin. So this bad boy is gonna see a lot of beautiful sunrises up north, and hopefully get some good action up the NT. So this is a 2023 Energica SS9. This one's pretty slick. It's got the new push start ignition, so keyless there. You can see that sexy little key on top of that one. As I mentioned, this one's going to be going up to the Northern Territory, which is very cool to see Energica spreading out across the country. Old mate Anthony, he's been very patient, very good customer to work with. What's pretty cool about this is this will see an increase in the amount of torque over the last year's model, which should increase to about 5–10% range, as well as I think about 10 Newton meters for the torque. So a little bit more burly Energica. What's pretty sweet about this though is while it has those increased stats, actually nothing has changed in terms of the motor, the battery. From the previous year, it's all firmware. So that just shows you how cool electric is. You can actually have these performance upgrades without changing any of the actual components, which I think is a pretty revolutionary thing when you compare it to combustion, where you'd have to actually physically replace pieces of the engine, whereas the performance in these can just be enhanced remotely. So pretty cool stuff. Howdy guys, we got two more for you. We've got another one of our Xperia demonstrators. This one actually is going to be pretty cool. This is going to be going to a full fit out that we're going to be using for some potential fleet opportunities within the public sector. Steven here has got one of the new 2023 Ego models, so one of the classics that comes from Energica, the sports ones that's based on the Moto E prototypes. We'll get cracking, and Steven will get his out in Victoria, so another bike headed out to Melbourne. This is another customer bike we've got headed out to Melbourne. The Energica Ego here is one of the quintessential, essentially the first consumer bike from Energica that is built off of its Moto E racing heritage. This bike is absolutely everything when it comes to sports bikes for electrics. This bad boy is in the new 2023 black. What I love about this is you can get the red frame as well as some of the carbon fiber bits that are along with it. It's also got the keyless start, which makes it a fantastic bike for commuting. Or if you want to take it to the racetrack, it's got the DC fast charging, so you can whip it around all day. That wraps up us for the day here. Thank you everyone for coming by. We really appreciate everybody who tunes in from all over the globe. We're so happy to finally have gotten the Xperia here in the Australian market. I have to admit, personally, it's the first time I've seen one today in my entire life, and I have to admit I am absolutely blown away by it. Please feel free to visit us on the Gold Coast or one of our dealer partners that are located nearby. Similarly, you can book in with us at any time to come in for a test ride, have a chat, even just have a walkthrough and check out all of our awesome stuff. Otherwise, please subscribe to us and reach out to us with any questions. Thanks, guys.